New at 6, child sex offenders, not one, not two, but several, are all living under a same roof and just a stone's throw away from a playground. It's happening in a local neighborhood, and the state says it is okay. In fact, the state put them there.
And that has some people asking, how is that even possible? Here's KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan.
Imagine living next to a dozen Megan's Law sex offenders, some convicted of molesting or raping a child, others for possessing or producing child pornography. Well, if you click on the Megan's Law website, you'll find that 9 such offenders are currently or were recently housed here at Gateway Braddock, a halfway house where released convicts can get drug and alcohol treatment.
So this place is supposed to be for nonviolent offenders, is it?
Supposed to be.
Sheldon Stoudemire's house is just across the street, but he's less concerned for himself than with the children who play at the playground down the hill or at the basketball courts nearby.
It's a crying shame that they would have sex offenders where there's a playground and there's kids are constantly walking around here too here.
It's alarming and it gets you angry.
Braddock Mayor John Fetterman wasn't even aware of his town's newest residents until I showed him those listed on the website. They include Donald Crawley, a former fugitive of the rape of a child, Justin Kirkham, convicted of statutory sexual assault and videotaping minors engaging in sexual acts, and Nicholas Majersic, convicted of luring a child into a motor vehicle and raping a child.
It's no place to warehouse sexual offenders. You know, they're not equipped for that. There's inadequate supervision. There's not even notification of our police department that, hey, you have a documented Tier 3 child predator.
The Gateway Rehabilitation Institute, which runs the halfway house, says it's under contract with the state and has no say in just who is placed there. That's done by the Department of Corrections, which defends the placements as a way to ease the offenders back into society. In a statement, Corrections says the facility provides 24-hour security, curfews, drug and alcohol testing, and that there have been no community-related incidents. Quote, more than 90% of incarcerated individuals return to the community one day, regardless of the crimes for which they were sentenced. There are sex offenders who require transfer through a community corrections center. These individuals are highly supervised as they work to rebuild family support, find jobs, taxes, with the goal of successful transition to community.
We understand that offenders have to get back into the community, but when you have such a concentration, it's just not an appropriate venue to warehouse offenders of this grade.
Here in struggling Braddock, they wonder why it's on their shoulders to carry so much of that burden.
If this was Squirrel Hill, Upper St. Clair, Fox Chapel, this wouldn't even exist here. But since it's Braddock, this is what they do.
They put anybody in.
They don't care. They don't live here.
And Mayor Fetterman agrees that Braddock has been unfairly singled out and that children here in the borough are at risk. He says he'll be petitioning the State Department of Corrections for relief, and we'll let you know if he's successful. In Braddock, Andy Sheehan, KDKA-TV News.